Welcome to Enny's Diamond Stories, the place where ordinary lives reveal extraordinary lessons. Today, we step into a story every parent dreads and every teenager secretly battles. Imagine a child full of promise, sharp, vibrant, unstoppable, until little distractions begin to whisper, small choices begin to pull, and slowly, the bright future starts to slip away. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear is not just a story. It's a mirror, and it may reveal more than you expect. Every parent longs to see their child rise with purpose and shine like a star. But what happens when that light begins to dim, when distractions, peer pressure, and temptation pull a young life away from its true path? In today's story, we meet Francis, a teenager who had everything going for him, until little compromises began to steal his focus. His story is gripping, it's emotional, and it reflects the silent struggles many teenagers face today. And beyond his journey, we'll also uncover why raising teenagers is not just a challenge, it's one of the most special seasons in family life. There was once a teenager named Francis. At 15, his future seemed unstoppable. His grades sparkled, his teachers spoke highly of him, and his parents believed he was destined for greatness. He led prayers at youth meetings, captained his school's debate team, and his laughter filled his home with joy. Everyone admired him. Everyone expected much from him. Daniel was like an arrow pointed straight at the target of success. But beneath the applause, a quiet battle was already beginning. It started small. A friend introduced him to endless hours of gaming. One game turned into another. Nights became longer. Mornings became heavier. Homework slipped. Prayer time faded. He promised himself he would catch up later, but later never came. Soon, his focus shifted from books and Bible to screens and scores. His once sharp mind dulled with exhaustion, his once radiant eyes clouded with distraction. Then came the second storm, friends who laughed at discipline and mocked those who stayed faithful. They told him life was meant for thrills, not boundaries. And slowly, their voices became louder than the voice of wisdom. He stopped attending youth group. His Bible sat untouched on the shelf. His parents noticed the silence where laughter used to be, but he brushed them off. In the hidden corners of his room, distractions grew roots. The results came in one afternoon, grades that once shone like gold now dragged in the dust. His coach removed him from the debate team. His teachers shook their heads in disappointment. His parents' smiles faded into tears. Inside, Francis felt the weight of failure pressing hard. But instead of running back to God, he buried himself deeper in the very distractions that had pulled him away. The more he escaped, the more trapped he became. One night, sitting alone in the dark with his phone glowing in his hand, Francis saw the reflection of his own face. His eyes were tired. His heart was empty. He realized the boy who once dreamed big was now slipping away. A whisper deep in his soul stirred, this was not who he was meant to be. He remembered the fire he once carried, the prayers that once lifted him, the dreams God once placed in his heart. Tears filled his eyes as he faced the truth, he had lost focus. The road back was not easy. He turned off the screens. He picked up his Bible again, even when it felt heavy. He started rebuilding trust with his parents, step by step. The same friends who dragged him down laughed at his change, but he pressed forward. Day by day, little by little, Francis' focus returned. His grades improved. His faith deepened. His laughter returned, not the shallow laughter of distraction, but the joy of restoration. Francis' story mirrors the struggle of many teenagers today. Distractions whisper. Peer pressure pulls. The world shouts for attention. Focus is tested every single day. But the truth is clear, losing focus is easy, but regaining it takes courage, discipline, and faith. Every teenager stands at a crossroads. One path leads to wasted potential, the other to a life shining with God's purpose. The choice is not made once, but daily, in the small decisions that shape tomorrow. And so, here is the question left hanging. How many Francis are sitting in homes today, slowly drifting from focus? How many are one distraction away from losing their destiny? The teenage years are not just a season to survive, they are the launching pad for greatness. The story of Francis reminds us all, focus lost can be regained, but the sooner you guard it, the brighter your future will shine. Who are teenagers? Teenagers are young people between childhood and adulthood, specifically those whose ages fall between 13 and 19 years old. This is why the word teen appears in their age, 13, 14, 15 and so on up to 19. It's a transformational stage where rapid changes happen, physically, emotionally, mentally, and socially. Teenagers are not fully children anymore, but they are not fully adults yet. That's what makes these years both exciting and challenging. Age range that falls into teenagehood. 1. Early teens, 13 to 15 years, are fresh out of childhood. They are curious, self-conscious, and learning how to become independent. This stage often involves a tug-of-war between wanting freedom and still needing parental guidance. 2. Middle teens, 16 to 17 years, tend to be more confident, adventurous, and outspoken. They start exploring relationships, taking on leadership roles, and understanding responsibilities. It is also the age when dreams about careers and the future begin to take shape more seriously. 3. Late teens, 18 to 19 years, are often legally considered adults in many countries. They face significant life decisions about college, work, and relationships, while preparing to step fully into independence. Let us look at the types of teenagers. 1. The dreamer is full of imagination, ideas, and goals. They are constantly thinking about the future, creative projects, or big ambitions. For example, a dreamer may fill journals with sketches of inventions or write stories late into the night. 2. The explorer loves to try new things, make friends, and test limits. They may be adventurous in sports, fashion, or hobbies. For instance, an explorer might sign up for every new school activity, debate, drama, football, or coding club. 3. The quiet observer is reserved, shy, or introverted. They learn best by watching and listening rather than speaking. An example would be a teen who stays mostly silent at family dinners, but notices every subtle detail about people's moods. 4. The rebel challenges rules, tests boundaries, and dislikes being controlled. While they may appear stubborn, they are often searching for identity and freedom. For example, a rebel might insist on dressing differently or question long-held family traditions. 5. The achiever is goal-driven, focused on academics, sports, or leadership. They enjoy recognition and work hard to succeed. A typical achiever studies late for exams or trains intensely to become the captain of the basketball team. 6. The social butterfly loves friends, connections, and being around people. Energetic, bubbly, and talkative, they are often at the center of social activity. For example, a social butterfly stays active in group chats, organizes outings, and keeps up with trends. 7. The faith seeker is deeply reflective and spiritually curious, often asking questions about life, purpose, and God. An example is a teen who volunteers at church or wrestles with questions about faith and truth. Raising teenagers is like standing at the bridge between two worlds. On one side, there's childhood with its innocence and dependency. On the other, adulthood, with independence, decisions, and destiny. And right there, in the middle, is your teenager, half child, half adult, figuring out who they are, who they want to become, and whether they can trust you with their heart. It's special because as parents, you're not just raising children anymore, you're shaping the future of society. The way you guide them today can ripple into generations tomorrow. Why is this stage so intense? Because teenagers live in suspense themselves. One day, they're confident, ready to conquer the world. The next, they're insecure, wondering if they matter at all. Sometimes they crave your hugs, other times they demand space. It's like watching a drama unfold in real time, and you never know what the next episode will bring. But that unpredictability is what makes it special. Parents get a front row seat to the most dramatic transformation in a human's life. It's the chrysalis stage, when a caterpillar is becoming a butterfly. Messy, confusing, but full of beauty waiting to emerge. Raising teenagers is a mystery, an adventure, and sometimes, let's be honest, a battlefield. One moment, you're laughing together, and the next, doors are slamming, headphones are on, and silence fills the house. But here's the truth, raising teenagers is not just a challenge, it is one of the most special seasons of family life. Stay with me, because I'm about to share 10 powerful reasons why this season is not just difficult, it's extraordinary. Teenagers stand at the bridge between childhood and adulthood. They are no longer little children, yet not fully grown. They are searching, testing, and stretching their wings. And you, as their parent or guardian, are called to be their coach, anchor, and safe place. That's what makes this stage so unique. 10 reasons why raising teenagers is special. 1. Season of discovery. Teenagers are like explorers on an uncharted map. They're constantly asking, who am I? What am I good at? What do I want in life? Maybe you've seen it. Your child suddenly develops a passion for photography, spends hours drawing in their sketchbook, or volunteers to sing at church for the first time. It's in these moments you realize you're watching God's treasures unfold. Every question they ask, even the difficult ones, is a clue to their identity. This season is like standing at the edge of a garden, waiting to see what kind of flower will bloom. 2. A stage of firsts. Teenagers live in a world of firsts. First driving lesson, where your heart pounds faster than theirs as they hit the brakes too hard. First crush, where you smile quietly because you remember what it felt like. First heartbreak, when you become both a counselor and a comforter. First job interview, where they nervously iron their clothes and ask you to check their resume. Each first is a milestone, and you get a front row seat. These firsts will one day be their stories, and you're privileged to witness them. 3. Silent absorption. They might roll their eyes or act uninterested, but don't be fooled. They're listening. You tell them not to give up, and weeks later you hear them encourage a friend with those same words. They watch how you treat people, how you handle stress, even how you pray when no one's watching. They absorb your silence too. If you're always on your phone, they notice. If you're present, they notice even more. Parenting teenagers is like planting seeds in invisible soil. What you say may not sprout immediately, but in time, the fruit appears. 4. Building adult friendships. Teenagers are not just children anymore, they're future adults. The way you treat them now decides whether they'll call you when they're 25 and need advice, or whether they'll keep you at arm's length. Imagine your 17-year-old coming into the kitchen late at night, asking what you think about their career path. That's not just parenting anymore, that's friendship being built. This stage is the foundation of a lifelong relationship, one that can either grow closer or break apart depending on how you handle it. 5. Refining your love. Teenagers stretch you. One day they're cheerful, the next they slam the door. They test rules, push boundaries, and sometimes say words that sting. But here's the hidden beauty, they force you to love like Jesus, patiently, unconditionally, without giving up. Think of the times you've had to forgive them for breaking a rule, or the nights you've prayed through tears for their safety. In those moments your love grows deeper and stronger. Raising teenagers refines your heart, shaping you into a parent who truly understands endurance. 6. Witnessing transformation. Few stages in life show such rapid change. One day, you're helping them tie shoelaces. The next day they're borrowing your car keys and looking down at you because they've grown taller. Their voices change, their opinions sharpen, their faith becomes their own. It's breathtaking to see this transformation. It's like watching a caterpillar turn into a butterfly. Every stage of growth reminds you that you are raising someone who is about to step into the world as their own person. 7. Opportunities for deep talks. Teenagers ask questions, big, bold, sometimes unsettling ones. Why does God allow suffering? How do I know who to trust? What if I fail in life? These late-night conversations, often when you're tired and ready for bed, can shape their future. I remember one teen who always opened up at midnight, lying on the couch, asking about purpose and faith. Those talks became the anchor that held him steady through college. The teenage years are filled with sacred windows for deep conversations that shape destinies. 8. Moments of laughter and joy. Teenagers bring energy and creativity into your home. They'll show you new apps you didn't know existed, play music that makes you raise an eyebrow, and crack jokes that leave you laughing until your stomach hurts. They bring memes, pranks, dance challenges, and silly moments that remind you life is not always serious. Imagine your teen teaching you a viral dance move or making you laugh during a stressful day. Their presence has the power to fill your home with joy if you allow it. 9. A season of legacy planting. Teenagers are future leaders, spouses, and parents. What you pour into them now, faith, values, and traditions, will echo for generations. Teach them to pray, and one day they'll teach their children to pray. Share family traditions, and they'll carry them forward. The investment you make in this season is not just for them, it's for their future family, their future church, their future world. You're not just raising your child, you're raising someone who may one day raise others. 10. The now or never window. Teenage years are a final window before adulthood. Soon they'll be off to college, working jobs, starting families. Your influence will shift. This urgency makes every moment priceless. The laughter around the dinner table, the car rides filled with conversations, the arguments that turn into teachable moments, these are fleeting. Once they leave, they will carry what you gave them. This is the now or never stage to shape their foundation. Many parents don't realize how special this season is until it's gone. They spend so much time correcting or controlling that they miss the connection. The teenage years are not just a survival stage, they're a gift. And the question is, will you embrace it or waste it? Raising teenagers is not a burden, it's a blessing. It's messy, unpredictable, sometimes loud but always sacred. It's the season where you can turn a child into a confident adult, ready to shine in the world. But here's the suspense. What if you miss this season? What if you're so busy correcting, controlling, or criticizing that you miss the gift of connection? Many parents only realize too late that these teenage years were the last window to build trust before adulthood fully arrives. That's why raising teenagers is special. It's a now or never season. You get only one chance to walk this bridge with them. So, how special is it to raise teenagers? It's more than special, it's sacred. It's messy, unpredictable, sometimes heartbreaking but always rewarding. Every laugh, every argument, every late-night talk is a thread weaving the bond between you and your child. If you guide them with love, patience, and wisdom, you won't just raise a teenager, you'll release an adult ready to shine in the world. The story of Francis is not just about one boy, it's about every teenager standing at the crossroads of childhood and adulthood. It's about the daily choices that can either build or break destinies. As parents, mentors, and guardians, we are not simply managing a season, we are shaping tomorrow's leaders. Raising teenagers is messy, unpredictable, and sometimes painful, but it is also sacred, beautiful, and rewarding. Never forget, focus lost can be regained, and futures can shine again. If this story shook something inside you, don't leave it here. Like the video. Share it with another parent, another teenager, another friend who needs this reminder. Drop your reflections in the comments, we read them, we learn from them, we grow together. And above all, subscribe to Enny's Diamond Stories, where every tale carries a spark of truth that just might change a destiny. Till we come your way again, continue to be an intentional parent. See you in the next video. Bye.